Yo guys, what is going on? Welcome to the stream. It has been a few days. Last stream was Friday. We got some, just so everybody knows before I get too crazy into it, there might be a gap of time, if you're watching this after the fact, between streams. We got some, my siblings, family, and I have a potential death in the family coming up soon, and it's gonna be hard. But I just want to keep everybody informed that when there is pretty much guaranteed a gap of time in streaming, normally we stream each day during the week. It's gonna be normal. Like I said, we have kind of some craziness coming, and I think anybody who has experienced that knows what we're talking about. But I will keep you guys posted, so I turn on notifications so you know when I do go live. But there might be, you know, a good few days with no releases and stuff, so just keep that in mind. I have not abandoned you guys, but real life is still there. Being said, we got some card pool changes. I don't know if anybody saw the stuff about the little T-Rex buddy, the King Crush pal. It's like a, I don't know, you can buy it or whatever. I probably will because I want a little T-Rex on the field that we can click on and change colors. I think it's purely cosmetic, so honestly, I feel like I support buying, like spending money on something that's cosmetic more than something that gives you a genuine benefit. Ooh. Alright. After you upgrade the tavern, refresh it with minions of your most common type. Did not even realize that Overseer's Orb was still in the mix, which is freaking crazy good. Alright, we got Beasts, Mechs, Murlocs, Pirates, and Undead. Honestly, Pirates would be amazing for this. Equally, there's Murlocs, so maybe Mechs or Beasts is the way to go. Murlocs is a terrible matchup against these three, but let's reroll tickets to see what we get. Ragnaros, I think Zephyrus. Let's go with Zephyrus. So today may be a little bit of a shorter one for two reasons. One, obviously that, but the other reason being it is freaking hot out, and I actually don't have air conditioning in my office right now. I gotta get like a screen for our door so that our normal air conditioning can reach in here. Let's go with one of them at random. What do we got? Laureate. Alright. That works for me. Either way, we're going to see if we can get some absolutely insane wins today. We could do Pirate Beast. Let's do our refresh. Alright. I'm gonna freeze that. We can actually do Hasty Excavation and get 2 free dealing gamblers on the field next turn. Which is super good, because when we upgrade our tavern, we'll get more pirates, and we can sell off the free dealing gamblers for a pirate every time we do an upgrade and a refresh. That'll actually set us up super well for turn 4 and 5. And then turn 6, we get our trinket.
I think you can win this thing.
We're going to take the 3 damage here so that we can buy both of those.
Good to get some minions in play.
I feel like Defiant Shipwright this season is actually pretty good. I feel like it does pair super well with what is it called? That is not the menu I wanted. Oh my goodness, what am I doing with my screen right now? There we go. It pairs well with the Surfing Silvar. And it pairs well with Gunpowder Courier always. Dual Corsair. Dastardly Drust. It pairs well with a lot of different minions. Alright, let's go with a coin. Tier up, get that refresh. Double Lovesick Balladist. Just because. Yeah, don't want any of those. But we're almost... I feel like we're pretty much guaranteed to get a decent minion on the next refresh. If we don't get a Doubloon Grifter, I'd be a little sad, but... I think that's probably one of the first times I've actually got the name right on the first try. How is everybody else doing so far today? It is Tuesday. If you live anywhere in the north, it is so freaking hot out. I think that's pretty much everywhere. It's just hot. It's hot, sticky, it's gross. Jeez. $10 for sure.
I've got some fresh recruits for you.
Alright, what do you got for us? We got none of what we were looking for, so that's delightful. Oh man, not good, not good. We'll let them buff each other up a little bit. I'd like the Defiant Shipwright, but... Really? 3 wishes might have done the trick there, too. But I would have had... Yeah, I don't know. That's the best way to set up our field for this turn, I think. Given what was going on there. We're going to take 10. Maybe not. Alright, 7. See if our Lesser Trinket does us any justice. With this terribly unlucky so far with what we got. Grifter Portrait. Alright. It gave us the Grifter. This is the first time we've ever seen Grifter Portrait. So I am just going to absolutely go with it. First pirate we buy each turn is free. It's not super helpful when there's no pirates to speak of. Alright. Defiant Shipwright. Slap that right in the middle. That works. Alright, let's see if we can ramp it up. Next turn we can do 3 wishes on the Silvars, maybe. Get another gold. Get a tier 5. Buy some pirates. We do also get a full field of pirates when we refresh. And the first pirate we buy each turn is free. So we do kind of get free pickings there as well. That might be the play. We can get a Drust in 2 turns most likely with the because of the Overseer's Orb. We're both tier 4 and losing. Tier 4, you beat us last round. A lot of people are gonna go beasts. We'll see how good these Murlocs are. Murlocs. 2 people using Murlocs. I feel like most people aren't going to be using Venomous Murlocs. We'll have like 1 or 2 Venomous by chance, but... who knows? Pirates is probably the least good choice to go this round, but
Have a good battle, friend.
ooh. Yep. That's a thing. That's gonna be a big, yep, big Murloc. Seven again. Puts us at the even 15 on turn 7. We are at 15 life. We are not doing too hot right now. All right, let's go up a tier, get that refresh. We could do Laureate, sell off, and sell off the Laureate as well, and then play the coin to do the 3 wishes. It gives us a tier 6 and a shot at a Trust maybe, or a Shimmermoth, which is the other amazing option for this actually. Let's do that. We got the Sylvar, it's going to buff the Shipwright and give it health with attack on the Shimmermoth as well. So that's 3 buffs on Shimmermoth every turn. It's a start. We got a little bit of Beetles, so that helps us against the Murloc problem in case they do really well, which he's has a perfect game so far. Perfect in the sense of some ties, but we'll see how it all plays out.
Have a good battle, friend.
11-8 on our Beetles so far. Okay. And they win by 1 HP just because of attack order. 5 damage. We may not get our greater trinket.
Rough battle. Pick yourself back up and turn it around.
Alright, so first pirate we buy is free. And then if we play 3 cards, we also get a... We're gonna do a refresh. Ooh, Thieving Rascal as well. That's got good gold value.
Better hire a recruit while you can.
Discover a Death Rattle minion. That gives us a second Tavern spell. Maybe we get something crazy. High Tea Service. That's not bad. Ruined Progenitor. And Buzzing Vermin. Undeads.
Go big or go home, I always say. I didn't like that one either. Here's a gold for the trouble. Have a good battle, friend.
Okay. Now our double death rattles work. Okay. Wasn't perfect, but it got us through the round. We're gonna have to use our 3 wishes wisely now. We do get access to our greater trinket, so this has worked out so far. Faceless Manipulator. First to refresh is tier 6. We got the Shimmermoth. Not a lot of ways to buff it yet. We could do a Faceless Manipulator, which I think is probably the idea. Drop it on the other side of the Shimmer Moth. Actually, we can get a gold Shimmer Moth right now, too. Let's do that. Let's get rid of the Laureate. Let's do Manipulate. Yeah, let's do the Manipulator on the Shimmer Moth. We'll triple them. And if we get another Shimmer Moth, awesome. We can put it on the other side of the Sylvar, and that'll give us twice the buff. Hawkstrider Herald works, too. Summon a minion in combat. So we could do... Need something to buff our Shimmer Moth up. Get the Tiger, that would be fantastic. Alright, give us a Tiger.
Go ahead and hire one of these recruits.
Something like that, maybe. That gives the buffs to the Shimmer Moth still. It's not much. Our beetles are 40 28s. I don't know how big his minion in his hand's gonna be. We're gonna find out in a second. 76 76. It's a lot of beetles that are gonna have to die for that. Well, if they keep dropping our stuff perfectly, we're not going to win this for sure. Alright, a tie. Tie's a win. We get to verse the dead guy. He lost 2 rounds ago. That actually puts us in a pretty good spot. We can do another gold with the Progenitor. That'll buff up the Sylvar and give us another tier 6. Let's do that. That gives our beetles buffs. Kind of like prepping for a card we don't have yet. That's free. Which makes that free. Turquoise Skitter is not bad.
Surely this way is west.
A good tactical choice. I didn't like that one either. Here's a gold for the trouble.
Better laundered than squandered.
Well, 64-44 on our beetles right now. Kind of ended up being a non-pirate game using that grifter anyway. First pirate we buy is still free gold every turn, so roll with it. $74.60 on the beetles. How are we going to buff these up? Tiger would be perfect. Actually, getting another Titus would be amazing to get the triple.
Nice up the pressure.
Getting Reborn on the Shimmer Moth would be awesome too. Getting Taunt on that Hawkstrider Herald to get rid of it. No such luck. Bird Buddy is an option. Avenge 1 to give our beast 1/1, which buffs our beetles permanently by 6/4.
Go big or go home.
It's probably better than the Progenitor to have on the field. It does reduce Sylvar's end of turn buff by 1. Honestly, probably could have dropped the Drakari down a couple of those times and just doubled her end of turn buff to buff it.
To the bottom of the sea, little ones with big appetites.
Yeah, we'll see how all that works.
Good battle, friend.
He is buffing up Silithid. Oh, he's got the sticker. Pretty good. Alright, luckily his beetles are small, so we tie the round.
The battle is really
Alright, getting a triple on Titus. Or not getting a triple on Titus. Max 134, 108. Honestly, Hawkstrider Herald is kind of useless at this point, so I'm going to get rid of it. We're going to do 1/1 and Reborn over here on our Shimmer Moth. Put that first. We're going to give Shimmer Moth some more attack to give it the buffs to our beetles. We'll just roll with that. Could use Overseer's Orb to try and get another Shimmer Moth. If we survive this round, that's what we'll do. Bag of chips. Double Manipulator. So he's got a lot going on here. Hope he didn't just go with the gold of his ship. Hopefully he just grabbed one extra copy of it. Alright. That was a pretty easy win. Still in it. We'll go up a tier and we'll grab another Shimmer Moth, hopefully. Valiant Tiger could pop up too. It's a guaranteed Tavern of Beasts.
nice work out there.
we're going against Murlocs down here. Let's grab that.
Now we're in business.
We would probably do away with the Sylvar at this point. Grab another Scarab. We'll do Reborn there. Love to get a Taunt. That works too, actually. Can do a... Could do one more refresh and get another Shimmer Moth, potentially. You do the Volkai, though, give the Divine Shield to Shimmer Moth for now. Maybe something like that.
Can hide from the hunt.
Keep one Rivendare on the field. And then try and get Taunt on at least one of the Beetles. Actually, Taunt on the Vorkai. Murlocs, Mechs, Beasts, Undeads, Beasts. He's got... Let's just go with the hand buffing. We already went against one hand buffer. Granted, they'd already lost, so... Guess it wasn't all that impressive that we came out on top in that round. Venomous. Okay. Man, they all just still targeted down there without the taunts. Alright, and what do we got? A tie.
I've got some fresh recruits for you.
Yeah, we need some taunts on the field. Where? Oh, where? Not the taunt I was looking for.
Hire one of these recruits.
When you're looking for a tier 2, that's one taunt. That'll work. And... wow.
Go big or go home, I always say.
Yeah, we got defender's rights in there. We do... that. That's fine. Get rid of her right away. So she will die. These two will be protected for one turn after. Let the turquoise skitter attack second, hopefully. Our beetles are at 190, 160. It's not bad. It's enough to, what, get us ties? Oh, we did win this. We won one of the three. Tie, win, tie. I feel like he did not, getting double faceless, he did not ramp up his field enough. Like, the only thing he really had on his field was his little Raynor spaceships, and he duplicated it, and it still wasn't good. 33 damage on the cannon. It's pretty shallow. Well, that sucks. We literally never had our reborn. The effect of the reborn, that is. Oh, he's got a Shimmer Moth over there. And we couldn't even get to a Shimmer Moth. Alright. Well earned. I think we tied for 4th. We did indeed. It's better than I thought it was going to be after our start. Granted, we totally abandoned pirates. It might have worked out. But with the venomous and stuff in there, I'm kind of glad we went for the beasts. We're gonna do one more. It is like I'm actually sweating, and I just took a shower. So, whew. Like I said, it is freaking hot outside here. So, all right, we cannot upgrade the tavern, so it's gonna be a slow going match. Van Cleef, Alakir. I hate Wag Toggle, and she's awful. Honestly, I hate both of those. This one's not terrible. Alakir's not bad either, but we do have dragons, so Alakir could work pretty well. I'm gonna reroll him just to see what we get. Alright, let's go Alakir. Feel like he's good early game. Not that we get to ramp up our tavern any faster, but we get to utilize his ability a little longer because people are gonna be technically weaker longer. You would think anyway.
Fresh opponents. Are you ready?
A little dragonling right away. I'm gonna grab another drink real quick while I wait for this. Alright, what do we got? A free win from our passive. That's what we were hoping for. Alright. Can't upgrade the tavern, so this is what we are stuck with. This isn't really, honestly, this is actually an awesome anomaly because you're kind of on par with how fast most people upgrade the tavern anyway. The last match, I hit tier 6 on like turn, what, 11 or something? I don't know. I wasn't in a rush for tier 6, but getting it for free when you're not in a rush is even better. Alright, Suju. Let's go with that. Gives him another one too. They're both buffed up a little bit anyway. As soon as we can get a poet, which is in 2 turns, you could potentially get one from tripling. We can make our Alakir passive a permanent, which is fantastic for our dragons. If we can go with Evoker. Yeah, if we can get the dragon combo for tavern spells, that'd be pretty sweet.
I think you can win this thing.
That was super lame. Could have hit either of those, but we didn't.
I've got some fresh recruits for you.
gonna spend the 1 life for that.
It's not the strongest, but it'll fight hard.
It's kind of redundant because it gives the leftmost dragon Wind Fury, and it already gets it, but saving the extra gold for next turn since we got the Enchanted Lasso. One big minion. You know what? 4 damage. We're still above 31. I'll take that. Every day, I'll take that. That works fine for me.
Welcome back. How's it going out there?
Alright, tier 3, we have access to Taragosa, if we can find it. Whelp Smuggler, Roaring Rallier. Those are actually pretty amazing. Got a 50-50 shot. We did not get it. I'm gonna go for a refresh just to see. It's alright. Again, we need to get a poet, but I think we're going to be alright this turn. Roaring Rallier, Misfit Dragonling. This is gonna buff, give it health. It's gonna buff itself, give it health. Both times it attacks, it gets more health. That gives 3/1 plus 1, so we should do a decent job of just going right through them with our Dragonling.
I've been freelancing since they trashed my place in Dallas.
Perfect. Wow. What a name.
Nice work out there. Keep up the pressure.
First time a minion dies each combat, give its maximum stats to a random friendly minion. I actually almost kind of like that with being able to buff up the field. Could also do Innkeeper Stein and keep ourselves ahead of everybody. Probably the play. We can get tier 4 right now.
A good tactical choice.
Triple on the Rallier, triple on the Amber Guardian. I'm going to drop that down. Get both those on the field. I think that's kind of... yeah, it's pretty strong. We'll have 2 tier 5s if we can get a Dracaria off that right away. Be pretty awesome. I'd almost rather I would almost rather get the tier 4 poet first. We'll spend 6 gold on that if we win this round, which hopefully we do. At least we'll be a little ahead.
Keep up the momentum, friend.
was a pretty easy win. We just need those stats to be permanent. Titus Rivendare. Lovely. Alright. Amber Guardian triple. It's 2 dragons. Get Divine Shield. Sephin's honestly probably the best. Roaring Rallier.
Oh, you're moving up in the world. Better hire a recruit while you can.
And there's our poet. We also got a Hunter of Gatherers. So I think we're just going to immediately do away with our Sephin. Honestly, I think I'm going to get rid of the brand as well. Getting that Hunter of Gatherers on the field for this additional turn is freaking huge. Because every time it gets buffed, everything gets buffed. Start of combat, when they attack, the whole 9. And now the Hunter of Gatherers is permanent Divine Shield. Honestly, Amber Guardian's not even really all that necessary aside from the buff. Because our dragons are going to get permanent Divine Shield either way.
You're good at this.
Prize promo Drake is good.
Better hire a recruit while you can.
Another prize promo Drake. Don't really want Taunt on our Roaring Rallier. I could also just get rid of it next turn. With the Tricky Trousers. No. Maybe... Yeah, I can get Divine Shield on it that way. Get Divine Shield, get Wind Fury.
Here's a gold for the trouble.
It'll be 1 turn for it. Yeah, that's worth it. Let it get the... I'm actually more prone to get rid of the Misfit Dragonling than the Persistent Poet.
Let's see if you can stay on top.
That was wicked easy. We have access to tier 6 now. We can start to try for the Evoker. Our double-ended round effects. Yeah, we got started combat going here now.
Nice work out there. Keep up the pressure.
Oh, make the next dragon you buy golden start of combat. Give each of your minions health equal to half its attack. I'm gonna go with that. We got start of combat minions on the field. Especially if we get the Evoker out here right now. Let's get rid of the taunt off him. Move him down this way. And I'll put the Hunter back at the front. There's the Evoker. Alright, well, we already got a Fireforged Evoker. We can absolutely give that the Taunt Divine Shield Wind Fury. And then next turn we'll get the Taunt Wind Fury on the Gatherers. Honestly, it doesn't matter if Fireforged Evoker makes it past the first, right when the round starts. We just need to start playing a bunch of Tavern spells now. Play a bunch of Tavern spells, get another Persistent Poet, preferably. Alright. And a win. Tavern spells grant an extra 3/3. Goblin Wallet, Heart of the Forest. We're still above that 31 mark for armor. Get tier 6 next turn. And I don't just want to get a bunch of... Alright, so we got a Drakari. And we need a... The only way to generate Tavern spells is with the demons or the one dragon. Another poet. I'm going to have to save that poet in the tavern. We can still take 2 more losses, assuming these two both don't die here. Otherwise, we won anyway, so it's not a big deal.
Let's see if you can stay on top.
This one might be a little bit tight. Alright, we tie the round. And 15 still cap. We got another poet. Perfect vision. And we are now tier 6. We're gonna play every single tavern spell we possibly can. Hopefully we grab one of those 2 Jiraxis. Of course not. I do think that's kind of huge. now all of our dragons will gain the extra stat from Bronze Time Plate permanently, aside from our 2 persistent poets, because they're not next to each other.
I think you can win this thing.
But everything will gain a bunch of extra stats. Misfit Dragonling's double stats will be permanent. Jeez. Alright, well, I do think we lose this one. Holy crap. I wish I knew what we were going against for stats right now. That's Wind Fury too. What in the world happened there?
Welcome back. How's it going out there? Better hire a recruit while you can.
Still don't really have a way to generate tavern spells at a reasonable rate. Party guest works, I guess. Alright, we'll see what happens with this. Honestly, I think... Wow. He's actually doing Gritty Portrait and Balladist Portrait, and he's doing that well. He doesn't get any extra gold for the 2 minions, but hey. Still not too bad. The fact that we didn't get the end of round dragon though for tavern spells, kind of bummer. So we had the enchanter and everything all lined up for it. I think at this point we can't change our field for it either. It'd be too risky. Yeah, the ignition specialist. Yeah. Yup, that's definitely it. 2 turns. Full lethal. Alright, we came in... Wow, I'm actually kind of surprised we came in 5th on that one. We're doing pretty good at keeping our health above. Alright guys, I am sweating in here right now. So, keep your eyes peeled. It's going to be, like I said, a short one today. A little bittersweet. But, stayed above that 7,000 mark. Again, keep your eyes peeled. I should be going live pretty soon here. I got to get a protector for the door so that I can stream at least in comfort. But we got some family stuff going on. So, yeah, turn on your notifications so you know when we go live. Hopefully you guys enjoyed the stream. And with that, I will see you guys in the next one. As of right now, that will be tomorrow, but that could change, like I said. And if you guys don't know what I'm talking about, beginning of the stream, just scroll back there after the video drops and take a look. With that, see you guys in the next one. Peace.